Welcome back. In a weather alert, heavy rainstorms are causing flash floods across the Mountain West. This right here is a look at Colorado City, Arizona, just across the border from Hilldale. Several towns in the area of Mojave County were under a flood watch until earlier this afternoon. And one of the reasons is the water got so high from that warm rain, melting some of this season's generous snowpack. And meanwhile, on the Utah side of the border, some folks kind of making the most of the wet weather, maybe not the smartest thing. Sandra Adams in Hurricane shared this video of someone wakeboarding in the flow of a flooded street. Okay, so while it may look fun, we want to warn you, this is extremely dangerous, and that road obviously is closed for a reason.
Courtney,
right?
Courtney, I see it, and I just like, oh no.
The mom in you is like, get out. Get out of there.
Those floodwaters, they're so dangerous. They're dirty,
really
they rise quickly, but also southern Utah, you think about what's in there. You've got rocks, sand, twigs, snakes. It's just not my thing, so I'm glad that he was okay, but it's just not worth it, folks. Okay, take a look. Gunlock Reservoir running high still today. Mike McFarland catching this great video. I mean, this is rare. We don't always see the falls at Gunlock running, but with that abundance of moisture, they started yesterday ripping through almost a torrent of water. Now, it did definitely contribute to rising levels of the Santa Clara River, which this afternoon still under a flood warning all the way from south of Gunlock through the Ivan Santa Clara area into St. George and towards Bloomington. We know that this will eventually subside, but we did see a tremendous amount of flooding because of the precipitation we received. Big rain totals coming out of this atmospheric river, almost 4.5 inches of rain at Temp. Wow, that is a tremendous amount of moisture. And if you think about the duration of the storm, it really wasn't that long. It was just a 2-day situation. 2.22 inches at Badger Springs, Zion getting close to 2 inches. Ash Creek at 1.7. We saw video coming out of there very, very high. Diamond Valley, almost 1.5 inches. Dameron Valley sandbagging last night as the water came through. It did dry out for the overnight. Over 1 inch in Pleasant Grove, New Harmony in Washington County, 0.8 in Kanab. Ogden picked up 0.5 inch, and Salt Lake International got more than 1/4 inch. So healthy rain totals, and we also did well on the snow front. It was heavy, wet snow, and it complicated mountain travel, especially up the Cottonwoods. Got 20 inches at Brighton. 18 at Solitude, Park City at 17.2, 17 at Deer Valley, and Bryan had picked up 10. So we know that snowpack very healthy. And this is actually the second day in a row that we have a record when it comes to our snow water equivalent. The SWE is actually the depth of water if you melted down all of the snow. And so we broke that record yesterday. It was a daily record. And here we are for a very large number for statewide SWE for today. We're going to keep our eye on that because we could break the all-time. But if you look at some of those healthy percents, you see them on the eastern side of the state, 239% of average in the southwest desert, that number going up today, 207 over into Willa County. Look at Cache Valley, really throughout the state, incredibly healthy numbers, 178% of average. That helps us out, especially when it comes to our drought monitor. Newest numbers out today. It's Thursday, and we have made progress. As you look at the drought monitor, it gives you an idea. The numbers you're seeing here, this is the scale. We go from no drought all the way up to exceptional drought. Now, we have made major gains this winter, and this week, 1% of the state only holding on to that extreme drought, but we have also tackled severe drought with only 39% of Utah in the south central portion of the state and a part of the West Desert and Wasatch Front in that severe drought. Moderate drought is out there, but as we continue with these storms, hopefully a wet spring and a gradual warm up with temperatures will allow us to combat this drought monitor. We want to see it happen, but we want to stay away from that flooding. Yesterday was a taste of what's to come with all of the snowpack up there in the mountains. Long-range futurecast keeps us really quiet for today and into St. Patrick's Day. But as we roll into Saturday, weak little system will bring increasing cloud cover, and we see those clouds hanging around into Monday early morning. A little wave comes through, but then boom, valley rain, mountain snow. Have you heard that before? We get the chance of another atmospheric river coming in into early next week, and that means more valley rain, mountain snow, and soggy conditions. 30s and 40s out there for highs tomorrow, still below average, 51 over in Bluff, and we're looking at upper 50s in St. George. Again, that wet weather moves in as we officially kick off spring on Monday, St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. It will be cold, not cold, just in the morning, and then those temperatures staying in the 40s. Wasatch Front stays dry, increasing cloud cover for the weekend, and then that wet weather returns, the chance of mixed precipitation right around the corner.